Hello everyone, Bruce Nation here. Welcome back to a new video today. We're going to be doing a little bit of a explanation, sort of like a news segment, just kind of explaining to you the next set, how broken it is, because I've really not talked about it. I've not showed you any combos, no guides, nothing on this. I know everything about this entire set. I've been waiting on this set for months. It comes up with two powerful archetypes that I will now reveal which archetypes those are, which are Memento and Centurion. The Valmonicas, you can build them if you want. They're actually dog shit, so I'm not going to build them, like, at all. I'm not even going to think about them. They're really terrible. Most of their stuffs are in super rares. They think they have, like, one ultra rare, which is a field spell, I think. But as you see, I've got all the rarities, everything up here sorted. This thanks to Card Cluster, so the people that made this card cluster, big shout out to them. No credit of mine, so I'm just reviewing it, going over it so you guys can see it. So basically, as you can see, the two best archetypes out of here, which rival each other and are extremely good against one another, and also they're good against another deck comes out later, which is the Fire Kings, the structure deck. Those three will be your top tier contenders, and there's no deck that's out right now that can hold a candle to these. So just quick spoiler alert. The only one that I think can is Rescue Ace. So just this balanced format that we have, it's nice. It's getting ready to end. So these two decks will do it. If you have not tested these two decks, I would go ahead and start sitting them side by side. That is Memento and Centurion. Pick which one you want, because one's going to come out on top, and it's probably going to be a 50-50 split. So this is going to be probably like it was in 2020 for me, where there were the tier 1 format, but it kept going back and forth between Drytron and Zodiac Tri-Brigade. So probably going to go back and forth, a split like that. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the rarities. I'm kind of excited, kind of not excited, because some of my cards are very high print, and some of my cards are a little low print, which they shouldn't have been. So, with the Centurion cards, if you're going to play Centurion, I do say it like that and not Centurion, because I already know the names. And Memento, it is still Memento, but they call it Memento Land, or Mementorian, or whatever it is. So I'm not going to call it that. I'm going to call it the original names, because Centurion and Memento is the actual names. If you look at the cards and you read the text, it's on the cards, it still says Memento card on it. It'll say Adam Memento Monster. So just, I'm always going to call them Memento and Centurion. So that's set in stone. So with the Memento cards, we get 3 ultra rares. And our ultra rares is the boss monster, which is the one that has 5,000, which is not hard to get into. It would seem extremely difficult, and if you know nothing about the archetype, you'd say that's almost next to impossible to get out. It is not. You can do it in a turn. Very easy, and you can do it under Nib. You can make that thing in 4 summons. Honest to God. The other ultra rare is the I think it's Black Witch or Angel Witch, whichever one it is. I don't remember the actual name of it. I just know what it does. It is the main starter. There are 4 main starters in this deck, so just spoiler alert. And the other one's right beside it. That's like one of your best normal summons, normal or special summons, because you can get there. And then the one beside it, that is the Memento quick play spell, which is basically an e-tele. By popping a Memento monster on field or in hand, you can special one from deck. It's really nice. So, with this being said, that doesn't negate effects either, so it's kind of cool. Doesn't lock you into anything. It just specials one. And then it has a graveyard effect where you can banish it and deal like piercing, or your opponent's monsters lose 1,000. I forget which one's which. but it does one or the other, or it does both. I don't remember. And then unfortunately for Centurion, Jesus Christ, you have 5 ultra rares. Your low rarities are your super rares, unfortunately. So if you were looking to get all your cards on day 1, it's probably not gonna happen. For me, probably not gonna happen for me, but I can get close to it. I can get damn close. And I do have people that are willing to deal me the cards, so just that insight is like huge for me, because I would like to play this deck. I feel like Memento is the best one out of them all. I don't want Centurion because it's like widely spread, like Calamity locks, it does all this other stuff. Where Memento and Centurion, the mirror match is going to come with who can pilot their decks better and who can put in the killer side cards to out the certain strategies. With Memento, we have harder cards to do that because we have to get things, for going second, and we have to be able to out certain cards. So it's going to be really difficult. Plus the Centurion field spell, which allows them to synchro summon, you cannot destroy it with card effects. So that's the thing. But again, you got 5 Centurion ultra rares, and the rest are super rares. If I go and I scroll up here, you can see there's 5 collectors rare, and they did give Archlord Christia a quarter century secret rare, which is kind of cool. So she's basically got a Starlight print. If you're one of those ones that like Starlights are not quarter century secret rares, sorry to tell you, I put them side by side. They are exactly the same. They're made exactly the same, and the thickness of the card is exactly the same. So I'm calling it a Starlight rare. Sorry. Yeah, it doesn't have the white. Yeah, it's gold, but no one really cares. Starlights are overrated, in my opinion. You shouldn't have a piece of cardboard going for over $1,000. So I would rather pick up quarter century secret rares than I would Starlights any day of the week. So you get it, the Centurion boss monster, you get it in a quarter century secret rare, and you get the Memento boss monster in a quarter century secret rare. Collector's rares, basically the same cards, besides the Centurion field spell. It comes in a CR. Dark Blade, Memento Dark Blade comes in a CR, and the Valmonica, the Light Fiend comes in a collector's rare, which is kind of cool, but it's not that great. Apparently their boss monster is supposed to be Artful Christia, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just in there just to be in there. And then you have all your rares, which Memento has 6 cards here. Don't really know why. I would like to see them upgraded, in the future, whatever. They put cards in there like Terraforming, Supply Squad. There can only be one. I thought about playing that card, but if you're playing a Floodgate in your main deck, hoping to go first, you're gonna lose. So I'm gonna play something a little more spicy in there. We'll go over a deck list sometime this week. That way you all can see how the deck plays, see how it operates, and then you can see like how to out certain cards. The major thing about Memento and Centurion is they're super powerful. They're meta decks like you've never seen before. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown before I end the video, because that's basically all this is. You can see all the reprints. You can pause this video at any point in time. But basically, Memento doesn't lose to evenly matched, Dark Ruler, just straight combo strats. Basically anything like that is not going to kill this deck. This deck is going to do something. You can't nib Memento, so it might fall out of format. so that makes it a lot harder to deal with. And if you roll Memento, you're not going to do anything because they send everything to grave. And one Ash Blossom is not going to solve the issue. So you're going to have to light Memento up with a lot of different things in order to get where you're going. So now Centurion. Why is Centurion so good? Well, they Calamity Lock, so by the time you get a chance to try to play, if you don't light up the Crimson Dragon with an imperm, which they will make first when you first go in the draw phase, they will do it. So you better have that imperm ready, and you better hope and pray that they did not get their counter trap, which is not hard for them to get. Because if they got it, you're screwed. There's nothing you can do. Because the minute all these effects resolve and Calamity comes down on the board, you're done. Unless if you have an effect failure in hand. That's the only way. Now, you would say, well, how's this? Well, you can't activate cards or effects in response on field, but you can do them from the hand. That's one thing I did learn. So, if you have effect failure, you can activate it in hand and actually effect failure the King Calamity, which is kind of cool. If you didn't know that, look it up. Read the card, because it will tell you. Second of all, Centurion can kill really fast because the monsters that they put out are really strong. And if they don't Calamity Lock, they just put up Quasar Dragon and they go to town. So, you know, you're looking at two really good strategies. For Monica, I'm not going to go over it. I've tried to work something out with it. It's just dog shit. So, it is what it is. But without further ado, I'll go ahead and then close the video down for the day. Make sure you all like, subscribe, and comment down below. Also, I will be doing a video tomorrow covering some of these meta decks and things that you need to look out for in the future. If you have any questions, again, put them in the comments down below. I'm Pierce Nation, and we will see you in the next video. Pierce Nation out.